So I'm here. You know what that means. We're gonna talk about 5 things I would tell someone in their 20s. Ooh, them early 20s. It's something about them early 20s. And there's so many things that can have you confused, that can have you lost. Your 20s without guidance? We're gonna get into it. Welcome back to the channel. This is the space where we have difficult conversations, where we have necessary conversations. This is the space in which you are safe to think, to explore, and to also better yourself without judgment. So let's get into this topic today. And the topic today is going to be 5 things I would tell someone in the early 20s. More money, more problems. The first thing I would tell someone in their 20s is to be water. Yeah, like to be water. Yeah, I want you to be water, not ice. The moment you become ice, you slide over every possibility for growth. I'm gonna say this surface right here. If I poured water on this surface, it's gonna find every opportunity to leak through. It's gonna find every opportunity to fall between something, even if you cannot see it in life. Hello. Sometimes in life, you won't be able to see the opportunities with your eyes. You have to be able to lead blindly and to walk by faith and walk by grace and understand that you're going the right direction, even if you can't see it. I want you to not be afraid to take a step forward, even if you cannot see where you're about to place your feet. And I don't want you to miss anything because you think you know who you are. And everybody has that mindset. Oh, I'm grown now. I got this, I got that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Can't nobody tell me what to do. This is your time to be poured into, to get mentors, to watch, to listen, to actually use your eyes and use your ears to see the world around you. This world's still gonna spin whether you get it or not. And I would rather you be on the side that gets it. So today we're gonna make sure you get it. So our first lesson is to be water, because the moment you become ice, you slide over possible opportunities for growth. Point number 2 is this. I want you to fail now and fail often. Because failing with the intent of learning creates you a win-win paradox where you can never lose. If you fail at something that you're trying to do with the intent of learning from every mistake you make, you will never lose. The failure with the intent of learning can become your friend because it will put you in a position where you will always win. Look at me rhyming. I was so afraid to fail. I wanted to be perfect. I didn't want to make no mistakes. I wanted to make it appear like I had everything together. So me and failure wasn't that cool. I wasted countless years trying to avoid failure. And the moment that I did, everything fell apart. I wasn't building resistance to failure. I was trying to avoid it in total. If I say carry an umbrella around with you every day, I don't know when it's gonna rain. I want you to have this umbrella for when you have to go through something. So just in case whatever you're trying does not work out, I want you to be okay. I don't want it to be the end all be all because you tried something, it didn't work. Now you ain't trying to fuck with it no more. I'm gonna give you a crazy example. You have time to lose everything and get it back.
You have time to lose everything and get it back.
If you feel like you're in a circumstance where your opportunities does not match your curiosity, I want you to not be afraid to relocate. I want you to not be afraid to get new people around you, to get new mentors, and to get a whole new surrounding. Do not starve yourself out because of your surroundings. Yay! This is very important right here. Proximity does not make friendships. People do. Just because you close to somebody in circumstance doesn't mean you close to them in season. Y'all seasons might not line up, but y'all circumstances may look similar. Proximity will have you keeping people in your life because y'all grew up together. Now you feel like you owe them that friendship because they was your neighbor. Y'all went to the same elementary school. Y'all went to the same middle school or high school. At one point, y'all might have been on the same path. And respectfully, y'all doing this. And all of a sudden, the next 10 years y'all do this and you can't recognize them no more. And that's fine. You have to respectfully let them go their way because y'all paths do not align going forward. The people you grew up with might not be the people you grow old with. You have to be okay with letting people exist in the reality that they want to exist in, even if that does not consist of you. You have to be okay with having associates. Here go another realization. Hot off the presses. You are going to have 1,000,000 associates to one friend. Friendship is something that can mold you or fold you because you could be tied to people and indebted to people that's actually not supposed to be in your life for that purpose. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Y'all know what's going on with that. And I've seen so many people in their young 20s get wrecked by friendship trying to maintain something that they've outgrown. You can't take everybody where they're supposed to be. You cannot be the driver for everybody's destiny. You cannot be the thing that holds everything together and your energy be the one that steers everybody in the place they're supposed to be. If your destiny is right next to mine, we can rock out. But if your shit is across town, and if I take you where you're supposed to be, I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna be late for where I'm supposed to be. I can't take you to where you're supposed to be in life and still show up for me and be present for me on time. Hello, how many people done missed their blessing trying to pull other people to their destinations, trying to people please? I want you to be brave enough to open yourself up to meet new people, to understand that somebody else outside of your circle now presently can want good for you. I'm telling you these things because I was reluctant to meet people, to network. I didn't care to do it. I had my set of people and I was good, but I wasn't good. That's the trick of life. Life done tricked me out of my position that easily. It tricked me that good. You have to meet new people, get people that really care about you, that push you to be better, that challenge you. If we not having these type of conversations within our friend group, what are we talking about? It's nothing to laugh about if we can't cry together. Hello. It's nothing to laugh about if we cannot cry together. Don't let y'all having the same class or y'all parents being cool or y'all growing up in the same neighborhood or y'all going to the same school be the justification for keeping them around in your life. Make sure they're actually good for you. Are you helping my season? Are you pushing me forward? Are you challenging me to be a better person? And vice versa. If we're not doing that, we're not friends. I'd rather you be an associate than a friend. Lean on their ass, you feel me? Point number 4. You are not done cooking. Woo. Life will let you smell the food before it is done. You are not done cooking. We're going to slow cook our success. We're going to slow cook our character. We're not microwaving our success anymore. You don't have time to play with it. We've all been in a situation where, let's say Thanksgiving, and before the food is done, the whole house smell amazing. But if you try to take that food out the oven, the moment it smelled good, you'll be sick. You'll be in the hospital. You feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes everything is good in your life. You got status, you got success, you got all these things. But if you're not intrinsically searching and fixing their problems and actually healing yourself and discovering the person you're supposed to be outside of these monetary acquisitions, you're going to be hollow. Because I've seen a tall tree snap because it doesn't have no substance to it. Y'all not listening. I've seen the tallest trees be snapped in half by a little bit of wind. If they roots ain't right, and if this tree is hollow, it ain't got no substance to it. You go to a restaurant. Somebody orders fries, right? And they come right out. 3 minutes. You want a steak. Your life is a steak. It's amazing. It's got all these things to it. It got all these seasonings. Your life is fit to be amazing. But you look at that person that got fries and you start to question why your food ain't came out yet. You have something amazing cooking in the kitchen. Let God work. He working. The chef is working on your meal, and it's not something simple. If you got a steak, it's not gonna cook as fast as some fries. So at some point, you have to have a little patience. If you want your life to be grand, it's not gonna come out as fast as somebody that's used to their life being mediocre. Hello. If you want your life to be grand, it is not gonna come out the cooker as fast as somebody else that's used to their life being mediocre. If you want your life to be grand, you're going to have some patience and be at peace knowing that something big is coming. Something amazing is on its way. I'm not saying wait on nothing. I'm not telling you to wait blindly. I'm telling you to know intentionally. If you order the steak, you know it's going to take a little minute, but you know when it come out, it's going to be amazing. So in your life, if you pouring into yourself, if you actually considering your health and your ethos and your mind and you being a good person, if you put these ingredients in a plate and you let them cook how they supposed to, oh Lord, you're gonna have your good dish. Your life could be mediocre all day and life will spit you out some fries and a hamburger. Ding! It's gonna be right there for you. But if you want some steak, some caviar, some real fancy shit, you want your life to be 5-star, it's gonna take a while to make you. It's gonna take a while to cook. And even though it might smell good, the food is not ready yet. And the 5th point, it is okay to be your age. You're in such a rush to prove that we're mature, that we're past our age group, that we're actually speeding our life up. Time is unapologetic. If you do not acknowledge it and see it as valuable and worthful, this time will keep on ticking and you're going to look up and you're going to say, God damn, you're going to be 50 wondering how the hell you got here. At some point, I don't care how mature you think you are, you're going to make a decision that's directly coincided with your age, and that is okay. At some point, I don't care how mature you are. If you're 21, you're gonna make a 21-year-old mistake. That's life. That's gonna happen. Unavoidable. I don't care how much you hang with older people and you can relate to them. You're gonna make a mistake that's directly reflective of your age. You have necessary lessons in life you must pass to go to the next level. And if you don't pass these grades, that's how you got a person that's 30 still acting 21, because they didn't pass the necessary test to actually progress inwardly in your mind to develop your character to be 30. You must learn to enjoy where you are. If you 20, enjoy being 20. Do 20-year-old shit. Do not pretend to be 25. Don't cosplay as a 30-year-old. Don't cosplay as a 27-year-old. That's not your job. Your job right now is to be exactly where you are. Because the moment you devalue where you are and dismiss this part of you, you're rejecting a necessary lesson that you must pass in life to proceed. You see what I'm saying? If you're 20, be 20. Because people will give anything to be where you are. You're currently in a reality that I want you to value. If it's not value, it'll be gone. At the blink of an eye too, Jesus. You don't have to have everything together. You don't have to have a house, a wife, a husband. You don't have to be married by 25. Don't put these false societal presets on you. Decide what you want to do in life and take your time with it. You're looking at somebody that didn't finish college till I was 25. I was behind all my friends, but technically, I was only behind if I compared myself to their journey. It's no such thing as being behind. The only thing you can do is be aligned. There I go rhyming again. Life gonna do you like this. I will trade you status. I will give you some money. I will give you all these worldly things in exchange for your youth. They make money every day. They make cars every day. They make houses every day. They do all these things. So do not sacrifice something that's irreplaceable for something that's made every day. I got so many people that I know personally that can't afford to dream no more because the rent due, car note due. I got a kid now. I'm a father. I'm a mother now. When you switch them out, you can't get the adolescence back. It's always gonna be something to do as an adult. You always gonna have responsibility. That's never going nowhere. I want you to enjoy this. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because it only comes around once. Do not trade these moments for money. Do not trade it for status. Don't even sacrifice none of these things for a relationship. I will give you another example. I'm 29. I'm very hesitant of dating women that's younger than me because I want you to enjoy where you are. I don't want you to have to speed yourself up. It's not about, oh, I'm mature. Of course, I believe you are mature. But at some point, I want you to enjoy and learn the lessons you're supposed to learn at your age. You think you're going to skip out on these lessons that you're supposed to learn and still be a whole person? You're going to look up and be 30 and be lost because you didn't learn your necessary lesson between 25 and 30. You skipped 5 years trying to pretend to be older than you were. I never asked for an old soul. And let me touch on that real quick. Having an old soul is just not about liking old music. I got my old soul because I had to trade in my adolescence for adult responsibilities. These are conversations I wish I had when I was younger. And these conversations cannot just end when this YouTube video ends. These are things you must apply to your life constantly and compound these things in life so you can live monumental, inwardly and outwardly. Because I don't want you to be successful on the outside and be broken and be crying and be screaming on the inside because you don't know who you are. Because the money don't fill that void. That house don't fill that void. Your partner can't fill that void for you. Nothing worldly can fill these inwardly voids that you're going to possibly gain if you do not get the comprehension of who you are at a young age. I'm thankful that I can open your mind to these things. I'm thankful that you're here, that we can have this conversation. And this ain't the only one. We're going to have a million of these. And I will keep answering these questions and keep giving y'all knowledge because this is something I wish somebody told me. And I refuse to have answers that I believe can help push somebody forward and not share them. So if you need any deeper answers, if you need any deeper conversation, Let's talk about it. Leave it in the comments. If I missed something that you want me to cover, leave it in the comments. Let's go crazy. We gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? That is the reality of this whole thing. We're creating this moment where we gonna be all right. When you leave here, you're gonna be all right. But do not let these ideas and thoughts die at the end of this YouTube video. Take it with you, apply, show somebody else. And you cannot tell me that you're not intentional now. The fact that you made it to the end of this video lets me know you have something within you that's curious of what you can be. Because I got somewhere else to be, but I want to make sure my people was right before I left. Had to make sure y'all was right before I left. Do y'all not hear what I'm saying? I had to make sure y'all was right before I left. Boy. Number one, I want you to be water. And that's the ability to be poured into any situation. Two, I want you to fail and to fail often with the intent of learning. Now, don't forget that last part, because if you just run around here failing without learning, okay. Number three, proximity does not make friendships. People do. It's not about where you are. It's more about who you are. Hello. Number four, you are not done cooking. Don't you take yourself out of the oven of life yet, but take your time and let yourself cook all the way through so you can have a healthy and full life. Number five, it is okay to be your age. It ain't no need to pretend to be older. Ain't no need to fake and shake. You're going to get there when you get there. But you're only going to get there respectfully if you can surrender and actually understand and be at peace with where you are now.
Yee on me.
That's the whole process. That's the whole that's the whole. Yeah, about done now. I'm gonna catch y'all. We got work to do. Thank y'all. And this is only one of a million things we have to talk about to push you forward in life. You want to be down? Vote Lilo Brown.